Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. I'm trying to become alive, but the Wi-Fi where I am, it's just critical. Okay. Currently, I'm on a Sunshine Coast at Canada. Um, it's a very kind of like a secluded place, very beautiful. It's great. I think it's a pretty good time for being more in touch with the nature and see the things that goes on from within. Um, but first of all, I want to say thank you guys for coming in, and I want to say thank you guys for the new subscribers. You're welcome. What is cooking with the energy, right? You are interested in about the energies. We're going to have some very interesting day, particularly with this skipping situations in there is going to be continue. The moon that's going to be at Sag is going to be more about speaking out with others. Okay, while the communications within Gemini, it's more about personal, how I'm taking this personal, whether I'm taking it personal with this and that, and so on and so on. Sag is more about towards outward, towards the others, and how it's going to be in those kind of like communications. We're going to see that the moon is going to be squaring the sun. This kind of like energy is about what you are authorized to say, what is not, and so on and so on. We're going to get with this energy following from yesterday. But as the moon is going to be transiting into Sag, we are going to see that she's going to be at T-squaring what the knot. Usually that it is about skipping steps of your between your past and the future. You're skipping things. And skipping things means that what you're going to be repeating that, right? And some of this is going to be require some changes. But can you be kind of like feeling the changes? With that oppositions with Uranus, we are going to see and experiencing things from personal to collective perspective. So be mindful about the communications. Be mindful about what you're skipping, particularly with internally from in-self to the others, and to be remind you, you don't know the whole thing. Okay, if you have a discussions, you don't know the whole thing. So this is going to be the energy at 7 o'clock. That energy is going to be some very intense there. We're going to see that the sun is at 8 degrees, the moon is at 7, which is mean that particularly for being to that energies of the weekend, you're going to be kind of like at home. And here is this patterns that's going to be coming in, and since Jupiter is squaring Mars. Here is the trouble. If you're not growing up, if you have not matured, if you're not getting in there, how the things is going to be involved within you. Okay, so be mindful. Keep your cool. Okay, keep your cool. All right. 8 o'clock energy is going to be also pointing out this intensity that is going to be coming in. The ascendant is going to be at Virgo opposing Saturn. The midheaven is going to be at, sorry, the light went off, but hopefully you see me still and we're going to see some changes, okay? The need of changes, but those going to be about changes within the logic. Saturn, it is only 4 minutes within Aries. He's going back. You're going to feel like the life, it's pulling you back. The life is getting you like in the lower realms. Is like you going back, like you did not progress, so you're gonna feel like all this energy, all those restrictions, right? But it's about to prevent you that if you want to move forward, you have to be what in the proper state. So this is going to be that energy that it's going to be at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Libra. You're going to be seeking to making these balances within you, but it's going to be some harsh because of these balances right there. It's going to be squaring the inner work with within Cancer, within a family. Know these situations in a family. How can you be affecting within the relationship? Be mindful about problems within the family, like you getting little rough, little tough, because the next hour at 10 we are going to see that Mars is going to come out in the ascendant, and midheaven is going to be at Jupiter, and critical the situations is going to be rising up. Now, if you're grown up, if you kind of like a matured, you will know what to do in there. But if you putting this emotions in there, like there is out of a balance. So here is the warrior for righteousness. There is the Libra. It comes out to, and that's what they say. Don't piss off Libra, right? Because when you're pissed off, you don't know what is going to hit out in there because of that. So Mars is very much focused on his going forward. Okay, following that spiritual path is like I'm not worried about it. I'm going forward. I'm just going to be achieving these energies that I need to achieve within me. Use your discernment of logic, feelings, energies, and emotions. Okay, so we're going to start feeling these energies of the moon and the sun very, very strong. Particularly the sun is also a squaring vertex in there. In Uranus, we're going to see some things that it's going to be all of a sudden opened. But those open positions, we have to be very mindful about it, that in the end of the day, we got to have the balance. We have to maintain the balance. And if the balance doesn't exist, then guess what? We are always in an internal wars from within ourselves, because the ascendant is going to be opposing Chiron. Unhealed patterns, unhealed situations. And with the moon, there is a squaring the sun. This is going to be putting us in a very, very interesting moment. But the good thing is that the inner work is with Venus, and Venus is trining the moon. Now the love within the emotions is going to bring it in there. But if using your ego, right? This is like, look at me. I want my attentions. I want to this. I want the admirations. I'm the queen, right? Guess what? You have not changed, okay? Because you have to look at the positions from soul to a soul level. All right, 12 o'clock, this is going to be some interesting moments with Mercury. Stay away from heated conversations in particular, but look at it, like, okay, I can have some, intense conversations, but that's going to help me to heal certain patterns from within me. I will learn how to behave, right? So as we are going on the next hour, which is going to be at 1 o'clock, we're going to see that the ascendant is going to be with the Lilith, and the inner work is going to be with the sun. Now the authority is going to be looking to the intuition. Is like, what the heck? I don't know what I'm doing here. It's kind of like, I better hide. I better go into a hermit mode. I better not say anything. I better just be in this hermit Virgo mode, that you kind of like put yourself in so much into this, I want to go home and I don't want to be with nobody, and so on and so on. This is going to be really intense of that moment, but focus within you, okay? Focus within you, thinking about it, what is going to be coming towards yourself. 2 o'clock is going to be a little better energies in there. The midheaven is going to be at Virgo. The ascendant is going to be at Scorpio. A lot of the changes, it's a tough changes for Scorpios, because right now that energies of Scorpio right there, it's opposing Uranus. It's very tough because it's also squaring Mercury. And this is one of these energies of Scorpio. It's like, I want to just, I want to say everything and so on and so on. Be patient. You study things, you know things, but let the things to be unfold. Because in the next hour, which is going to be at 3 o'clock, we're going to see the moon is going to be rising an event horizon in there. And now that skipping step is going to beginning to transitions, particularly between the sun and beginning to have this with the knots, okay? So that energy with the knots is going to beginning little by little to be what? Building up. and sense is going to be building up. All you need to look, and particularly, is that in that hour, we're talking about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to see that Mars is going to be the inner work. This is going to be a tough moment for Mars. What he is going to be tested on, as we saw at the previous hours, what Mars will do. In the next hour that we have, we're not a little bit forward, the inner work is going to be at Libra. Can you be able to maintain the peace and the balance? You see, in order to maintain the peace and the balance around you, you have to have the peace in you. Okay? And this is going to be some, in a way, very positive energies. Very good with this. The moon is going to be really looking at for Venus. Okay? The moon is going to be moving away from this squaring with the sun. There's going to be a 4 degrees difference. So it's not going to be that much intense, but she's beginning to what? Beginning to get these energies with the knots. And little by little, things that you skip to say or skip in the past, all this consciousness, these things that they were inside, they're kind of like talking within you. You wanted to say to people and everybody is right now, it's going to be trigger you, like the universe is stirring the pot. It's like, oh, you didn't say this, let me put some little bit of fire in here so you can say what you need, right? You're going to feel these triggers, okay? But take a look what you are thinking it is the right thing, okay? Start it from there, all right? Before you speak, think. All right, we're going to see that energies later on. We're going to see it at 7 p.m., but at 6 p.m. currently with that energies right there, you're going to feel intensified about okay, I found that there is a certain things that are not healed within me, and this is why I'm reacting in this way. So it's going to be coming to your understanding of seeing the things beneath the surface. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more Scorpio flavors energy, but later on at 7 p.m. we are seeing that we are working out that energies with the moon. Now it's going to be some very tough moments, because this is emotions, this is what we are focused, and whatever it was your focus within your day, that energy right there, right now, is going to be continued to square a little bit the sun, but she also squares the knots. And here is like this fight between intuition and authority is going to come in and is going to testing you out. And yeah, you may feel a little bit like, oh well, in the past I did this, I did that. I have to see what I need to change to do in the future, but I don't want to do it. Can I authorize this to say, to be out there, to do, to make this expressions, right? Because such is an expression. And this is going to be really, really cranking it up later on, because later on we're seeing it as the moon is going to be moving more. Later on at 11 o'clock, we are going to see that the energy is going to be rising so much. Okay? Particularly, did I skip things? Did I evolve? Did I did everything and so on? And it's going to be really getting to your consciousness within you. And that energies of consciousness at 8 o'clock, because the ascendant is going to be with the knots, is going to be coming towards you. So the discernment, again, it is about what I personally feel, logic, what is it, the power within me, what it is, the thinking about with me and others, which is Pisces, right? How I'm going to be psychologically, spiritually, energetically, I'm going to be doing this with other people, so can be affecting within myself. Okay? All right. At 9 o'clock, we're going to have the inner work at Capricorn. That's going to be whatever you did earlier is going to be trigger Mars. So if you did crazy things or you screwing up, you learn lesson, right? But if you did the right things, the authority is going to be like, thank God, I'm so, appreciated that I learned it. I keep myself down, and so on and so on. As you see it, the astrology is showing it two different ways. That's what the aspects are. And it's all dependent of the personality, how the planets from your personal chart or progress chart is affecting you, right? Because you haven't learned your personal chart, your progressions may be not moving properly way. And now we have a challenges of the energy, which you have to affecting from within me. All right, let's keep on rolling here. It's 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock at night, the ascendant is going to be at Taurus, but that is going to be opposing the Lilith at Scorpio. This is about, possessions and feelings and emotions, personal to me, Taurus, to things with others, right? Your financial stuff and emotional stuff with others, okay? We're talking about love and values is in Scorpio, okay? So if you have these triggers right now with this Scorpio's energies, that's what it's going to be. Now the moon was just in Scorpio. You came out of this investigation. You learned the things, what you're going to be doing about it, what you're going to say about it, right? You still don't know the full truth, okay? The full truth, that opposition is going to be coming in when we're going to have what? The new moon at Virgo. That is going to be the new beginning, okay? The new lessons that you're going to be, because it's a personal thing. All right, and here it's coming at 11 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be at the Gemini, opposing the sun. That's going to be squaring the knots up here. It's kind of like you're going to feel like there is no escape from this, right? Some of you is going to be like, I cannot escape it, this deal, what the heck? You can't, certain things is going to be like the waves of the ocean, right? They're coming in, they splash on the shore, the water is coming back, and here is the next wave. So until you don't learn that it's all about your experience to evolve, you're going to be probably having a lot of hard time from within, particularly that right now at 11 o'clock, the inner work is really connecting with what? With Pluto. Okay, so this is what was the astrogravitational report, and I'm just going to give you a heads up for tomorrow. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're still going to have the moon. It's going to be transiting into Sag. She still is going to be squaring the knots even more. And that energy that at 11 o'clock is going to be really, really intensified in the morning. So don't go into the guilty consciousness. Don't go into this too much thinking, particularly overthinking psychologically, and so on and so on. Okay? What do you need to do? It is about focus of the growth. And that focus of the growth is going to be coming from the soul that's going to reach out to the spirit. Right? Because the spirit is the power of the soul, is the igniter, is the ignitions of that. Okay? But that has to be found where? At Jupiter, it is the growth. And Jupiter is where? Jupiter is in Cancer. Cancer, 150 degrees towards the moon. Okay? That's the divine energies, those are divine aspects, and that's what their purpose is all about. Okay? But you're going to feel these energies in the morning. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you, and come back tomorrow for more astrogravitational report. Much love and good luck to you guys.